Guys, what's up? It's Matt with 86 Gaming, and we're going to be taking a look at the SADES BPower this time. Now, last time we looked at the Hammer headset with its cool Harry Potter font. Well, guess what? It's also got a cool Harry Potter font. For some reason, they really like Harry Potter font. But anyways, we're going to be taking a look at this one because it comes in around 20 bucks. There's a promo code down below they gave me. I don't know why. I guess they think I'm special. But there's a promo code down below that you can use to take an extra little bit percentage off. And that could be helpful to you too if you're interested. But another thing about it too is this is more controller friendly. So even if you're a PC gamer that plays with a controller, you can do that with that. If you wanted to plug it into a controller, it's totally something that's easy to do and that's nice. Comes with a little adapter for it too. So you don't already have to have one laying around, which makes that extra nice. And we'll check and make sure that that works, as this is going to be the first time I'm pulling it out of the box to take a look at it. Let's do that now. Nothing fancy in the packaging, just kind of wrapped up in the box. It's got a nice glossy sheen to it. That's kind of cool. I like that. I like that a lot. Now here we go with a little quick launch book that you can use in order to do whatever little quick launch things you need to do with it. Nice, flexible, well, it's a little better than the not the BPower. It's a little better than the Hammer one, I think, because you can kind of manipulate this a little bit better to make it go where you want it to go. I like that a lot better. Something that's easier to move around and use. Still a little flimsy, but otherwise pretty good. And here's our cable with our adapters. So let's be sure and take a look at that and plug it up to some games, some controllers, and we'll see if it works well. As well as do a microphone test, because everybody wants to know how good the microphone sounds. I'm aware of that. Let's do it. I don't know how good this microphone will be. I've got it right here in front of my mouth, and it doesn't appear to be picking up very well from down there at all. So we're going to get to find out if this thing is actually really good at all or not. And hopefully it's got something to it, because, of course, if you're going to use it on a controller to play games on consoles, Xbox 360, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, what have you, then you want to be able to have it so that people can hear you and it sounds good. Right now I've got it about maybe a half an inch away from my mouth, and I'm talking into it, and it just doesn't appear to be picking up like I would hope it to be. So let's hope for the best when we hear a playback recording that this will sound good. This is my first test with it, and to see what the audio sounds like, I'm going to show you guys as well. So in all honesty and in my opinion, I'm not terribly impressed with that microphone. If you probably just heard it in the playback there, a lot of crackling, a lot of popping, and it was really hard to hear myself even on playback, despite how close I had it. And even when I move it further away, you can kind of get rid of some of the pop and crackle, but you have the volume issue again where you can't really hear yourself that well. Maybe that's something, if I were SADES, that I would improve on a little bit, put a little bit of a better product in there, because I think one of their cheaper ones that I bought for like 14 bucks in the past, little yellow one, doesn't fit all the way around the ear, had a much better microphone, and even gave probably about the same, if not decent or better sound. And I would look back into something like that. Don't let your product suffer. Make sure it's tested, that you think, okay, this is good. You don't want to hear people going every time they open their mouth. I can't stand that. Hate that. Get something a little better that can make cleaner audio. So right now I got it hooked up to the PlayStation 4 to kind of get an idea, and I've got all the sound going through the headset. It's pretty decent. The bass is a little less bassy than I'd like, so it doesn't really give you that full awesome sound, and it's really just kind of a stereo sound, and I get a lot more out of my left ear than I do my right ear at the moment. Just playing a little bit. I gotta play through the office into the living room where the PlayStation 4 is set up, and that's kind of where I'm getting the sound. So if I'm yelling at you guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember that I've got this on and I don't need to talk any louder. But just so you know, it's kind of okay sound. It's probably not the best sound I've heard out of most of the ones I've tested, but it's pretty good. Pretty good. It's not bad. I do like the fact that you can plug it right into a controller, and just a simple adapter. You can actually get these on Amazon separate, I think, for pretty inexpensive, and that's pretty nice. But if you are somebody that's looking to play with a controller, that definitely helps. With a PC, usually we're playing with Xbox controllers or Xbox One controllers. I don't know. Most people do. I was totally staring at myself. But most people will play with these instead of like a PlayStation controller. I know Sony made it so that you can use PlayStation controllers, or perhaps Microsoft allowed it so that you can use PlayStation controllers without having to do some backdoor action to make it work on the PC too. But I still stick with tried and true Xbox controller when I'm using a controller, or the GameSir one that I reviewed not long ago. I actually really like that. But let's take a few more looks at some other things on it. Really cool that it does that. I'm glad it does it out of the box, especially for an affordable price. And it sounds good. Nothing mind-blowing, nothing super amazing. It's great. The cord's really long, though. So if you're sitting there with all these cords wrapped around you, you might have to find something that works for you, but not necessarily the best cord length. I do like that the controller here is a lot smaller than the other one we looked at. I like that I can adjust the volume simply and just turn the mic on and off. That's simple enough and nice. No mute button or anything extra on it. No clip for it on the back so that you can kind of put it onto something and keep from, you know, having it go everywhere. You stand up and the cords just kind of go flying. And I know, if you know, like I do, the 3.5 jacks, the auxiliary jacks, they sort of have a issue on occasion for me. I like USB plugins, but that of course would defeat the purpose of what this can do. But I don't like how sometimes moving wrong can quickly short or cause these to go bad, and that's something that I don't like about 3.5s. But we'll move on and look at some other things now. So guys, I hope this was somewhat helpful to some of you if you've been looking at this one or thinking about getting it. If you need a controller that's about 20 bucks, it's probably not the worst one out there, that's for sure. But there's some definite differences that I would look for, and I probably don't so much. I'm really not a fan of the microphone, how the microphone doesn't pick up audio as well as I think it should, and on top of that has just kind of bad audio transference through it. I'd rather something a lot cleaner, a lot more clear sounding, and that's personally, that's me, that's what I want. Maybe the pop and the crack doesn't bother you as much, but I'd want something a little cleaner myself. And there are some out there for around that price range, so make sure you look for things if you're interested in things like that. And guys, like it if you like it, dislike it if you didn't like it. Leave me a comment down below if I missed anything. I'll try to get back with you. You guys have a great day, night, whatever it is. Be sure and check the link down below, reference the Zeldathon stuff. SADES is supporting a great charity for cures, and just make sure you look into that. I also have some stuff posted about that elsewhere as well. If you're interested in that, let me know. I've also got a promo code down below to help you out with this. If this is something you're interested in, then be sure and use that and save a few extra bucks as well. Bye, guys.